See, you have already given FRM level 1 and level 2. So when you compare FRM level 1 with CFA level 1 over here in terms of the difficulty level, what is your view?
Sir, I think for me, FRM level 1 was more difficult compared to CFA level 1 because at that time I didn't have any finance background.
Hmm.
So maybe that's why.
So you found only FSA very tricky in terms of preparation
Yes,
also.
sir, because in FSA you have to remember a lot of things, IFRS, US GAAP.
Hmm.
That's why.
And what about ethics?
Sir, ethics is very similar to FRM. You have to read that sub points properly and solve a lot of questions.
Okay.
In ethics, sir, I think I'd solve around 300 plus questions and also case studies given on CFA book, CFA Institute book.
If somebody wants to prepare for the CFA level 1, okay, what should be the strategy, or what would be the 3 tips that you would like to give them? Hello, guys. Hi, this is Ganesh Nayak. I help finance professionals and students to excel in their career and become a better version of them. And also, I help students preparing for competitive exams in finance like CFA, FRM, and SCR. So, today I'm back with one of my students' interview. He's going to be talking about his journey of preparing for the exam and how he cleared the CFA Level 1 May 2024 exam. So, he's going to be talking about this. So, Ishan, first of all, thank you very much for joining us and giving a brief about your journey. So, for the audience, if you can give a brief that before starting CFA, what were you doing?
Hello, sir. Thank you so much for having me. Sir, I completed my graduation in 2022. After that, I did FRM and I am able to complete both the level of FRM with Fintelligent. After that, I appear for CFA level 1 for May 2024.
Okay, okay. And when did you started your preparation for CFA?
Sir, in December end. Proper
Okay,
preparation is start from January only.
okay, okay. And from that
Yeah.
time, how many hours on a daily basis you were preparing for the exam?
Sir, in the initial month, I gave around 2 hours, not more
Okay,
than 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours.
okay,
And step by step, I increased the number of hours. And in the last 30, 40 days, I used to study for 4 to 5 hours daily, minimum.
okay, okay. And what was the order in the of your preparation? Which book you started with first?
Sir, I started with FSA, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah. Then I derivatives. Then, sir, I think sequence is not so important. I started with FSA because I didn't study it on FRM. And
okay,
rest, already know some knowledge about all the subjects. So first I targeted the difficult one, then
okay,
FRA, derivatives, equity, so on.
okay, okay. And which content you found similar with FRM curriculum? Which book?
Sir, derivatives is very similar.
Hmm.
Uh, Fixed income, bonds, all those things I have studied in FRM.
Okay,
So I just read them once and aata hai.
okay. And then you solved the question bank
Okay.
immediately.
Yes, sir. I solved chapter-wise questions,
Okay,
just chapter-wise question of intelligent, not the
okay,
CFA curriculum. After my first reading, in my second reading, I solved the CFA Institute question.
okay. And when did you complete your entire first reading with solving? When was that?
Sir, March first week.
Okay, wonderful. So from Jan till March
Yes, sir.
first week, you have been able to complete reading and for intelligent question bank also. Because in our question bank also there were like
Yes, sir.
two, three quizzes. So you were able to
Yes,
solve
sir.
all of
Yes,
them.
sir. I'm able to.
Okay. And then you did the first revision of the content.
Yes.
And then you solved the CFA Institute
CFA Institute question.
question bank.
Chapter-wise questions.
Okay, okay. And what
Yes.
was the accuracy you were getting in the CFA Institute
Sir,
questions?
sir, around 75 to 80%.
Okay. And which
In
book?
FSA, my accuracy was around 70, 65, but in
Okay.
rest of them around 75, 80, almost 80.
So you found only FSA very tricky in terms of preparation
Yes,
also.
sir, because in FSA you have to remember a lot of things, IFRS, US GAAP.
Hmm.
That's why.
Okay. And what about ethics?
Sir, ethics is very similar to FRM. You have to read that sub points properly and solve a lot of questions.
Okay.
In ethics, sir, I think I'd solve around 300 plus questions and also case studies given on CFA book, CF Institute book.
Right, right. So basically, you also solved all the questions which were there in the CFA Institute book, and additionally, you did the
Yes, sir.
solving.
Additional, yes, sir.
Okay, okay. And with respect to the calculation part, because there is huge calculation in the CFA curriculum, level one at least. So, how did you manage
Hmm.
that calculation?
Sir, after solving two, three question, it come in your mind only that how to solve that question.
Okay,
So, first thing you have to remember formula. And formula, after solving two, three question, you will able to remember formula in your mind. So, sir, I
okay,
didn't find the question part so difficult.
okay, okay. And see, you have already given FRM level one and level two. So, when you compare FRM level one with CFA level one over here, in terms of the difficulty level, what is your view?
Sir, I think for me, FRM level 1 was more difficult compared to CFA level 1
Okay.
because at that time I didn't have any finance background. So
Hmm.
maybe that's why.
Okay, okay. And now, when you are preparing, when did you solve your mock papers? Which date you started solving?
Uh, Sir, 15 days before exam.
Okay, okay. And in that time, you were doing the second revision and the solving. Is it?
Sir, I completed my second revision in April mid. So I
Okay.
had for 30 days around. So
So,
I again solved, I again read Searcher two times more and solved Fintelligents subject-wise quiz.
okay. And then,
Okay, after,
huh,
then I
yeah,
again read the Searcher for fifth time. Then I start solving mock
mock
paper.
papers. Okay. And
Yeah.
how many mock papers did you solve?
So four, two institute mock and two, I think Schwezer mock. Yeah, Schwezer mock.
Okay. And what was the accuracy you were getting in those mocks?
Sir, 82, 85,
80
around
to
82,
85%.
85%.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And whatever mistakes you were doing, you were just going back to the book and checking what went
Yes,
wrong and
sir.
all that.
I'm again reading that concept.
Okay. And did you create any of your notes while solving? You
Yes, sir.
created your notes? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you created it for all the books?
Sir, not for derivatives and fixed income, except for that.
Acha, except for that
Sir,
you created.
for FSA, I created the notes in that keywords, US GAAP, where to use US GAAP and
Okay.
IFRS.
Okay. Wonderful. And when you went to the exam, okay, before the exam started, how was the confidence level?
Sir, little bit nervous, but I'm confident that I'm able to clear it because in mock also my percentage was good. Accuracy percentage was good. So I'm confident but bit nervous.
Okay. Okay. And with respect to the overall exam, okay, so were you able to complete, because the first 90 questions is 2 hour 15 minutes, right? So you were able to complete the first session properly in that time, or you were able to complete early?
Sir, I'm able to complete my exam early, like 20, 30 minutes early. Then I recheck my exam, especially ethics question.
Okay.
I recheck all the question again of ethics and I submitted my exam. matlab, I submitted my exam before 10 minutes.
Okay. And then you took the break also, correct?
Yeah,
And then you went to the
proper
second
30-minute break.
30-minute break, and then you went to the second exam. And in the second
Yes,
exam, the
sir.
timing, you were able to manage the timing, or was it lengthy?
Yes, sir. Second, sir, in the second session, I'm able to complete my exam in 1 hour 15 minutes. In the second
Okay.
session, I had lot of time.
Okay. And then you revised the questions and checked where you
Yes,
have
sir.
marked. Okay. Okay. And lot of time, generally what happens is when you give the second session, you're already tired.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so were you able to focus properly in the
Sir,
second?
in the second session, I had completed my paper early. So I rechecked them all the question, all 90 question again. So then, sir, I had time 20, 30 minutes still left. So then I was thinking not to see question again because I am now fatigued. I'm click on the wrong question, on the wrong answer.
Okay.
So I come out to the exam center early, from the exam center early,
Okay.
before 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. And with respect to the after the exam, okay, What was your confidence level that, okay, will I clear, will I not clear?
Sir, I'm confident that I will clear the exam because paper
Okay.
was similar to mock, not very difficult.
Okay.
So I was pretty confident, but only one thing in my mind is that
Hmm.
ethics was right or wrong. The rest I was confident.
Because ethics is slightly subjective, so you're not,
Yeah.
because the scenario based exam questions, that's why.
Hmm.
And now if I ask you, in terms of your preparation, because you're also, even though you're graduate, you're still not working. So if somebody wants to prepare for the CFA level 1, okay, what should be the strategy, or what would be the three tips that you would like to give them?
So start early. At least 6 months is needed to for the CFA level 1 exam.
Mhm.
And so consistency is very important. Try to be consistent, try to study for at least 2 hours daily, and in the last 30 days, try to study for 4 hours at least. And sir, read treasure 3 4 times because you have to retain the concepts. Because the CFA curriculum is so huge that you will forget the concept if you don't revise it. And sir, also solve question because solving question helps us to understand the concept and how to apply that concept in the question.
Okay, and finally, a question related to FSA. So I'm just summarizing. You correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So you
Yes,
basically
sir.
went through the videos. You solved. You watched. Read the textbook twice, and you also created your notes for that. I think so. That is where the
Yes,
game
sir.
changed for you for FSA.
Yes, sir. Because FSA is very tricky. Not tricky, very theory type.
Hmm.
You have to read the US GAAP rules, principles again to retain in your mind.
Okay. So how many times you must have read that book?
So 4 5 times
Okay. The Swagger book
minimum.
only.
5 times at least. Yeah, sure, sir.
And did you, referred, apart from ethics? Okay. Did you refer the institute book anywhere?
No, sir. Because after solving the question, I'm confident that Searcher is enough. I
Okay.
don't have to read that. Only for ethics.
Okay. And you also solved all the Swagger questions, Kaplan Swagger
Yes, sir.
questions.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. So thank you very much, Ishan. I mean, thank you very much for taking out time. And your journey of clearing the CFA level 1 exam will help a lot and motivate a lot of people. Okay, especially college students, or who are in their third year, or who have just completed the college, and if they want to go for the exam in such a short period of time, like 4 months or 5 months, they can still go, and they can take
Yes,
the
sir.
advice that you have taken and you have given the exam. So thank you very much again for taking out time and sharing your journey.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me.